History of the Quarter Dollar Coin 2002 is an interesting and educational topic that takes us deep into the world of American coinage and its symbolic representation of the 50 states. The 2002 quarters are part of the famous United States Mint 50 State Quarters program, which started in 1999 and continued until 2008. This program was created to honor each of the 50 states with a unique design on the reverse side of the quarter, and it became one of the most successful coin programs in the history of the U.S. Mint. In the year 2002, 5 states were represented on the quarter-dollar coins. Those were Tennessee, Ohio, Louisiana, Indiana, and Mississippi. Each of these quarters carried a design that symbolized the history, culture, and important features of its state. The obverse side of all these coins had the same portrait of George Washington designed by John Flanagan, which had been used since 1932, though slightly modified to fit the modern look of the state quarters. The Tennessee quarter was the first released in 2002, and it celebrated the rich musical heritage of the state. Tennessee is known as the birthplace of country music and has deep roots in blues and rock and roll. The coin featured 3 musical instruments: a guitar representing country music, a trumpet representing jazz, and a fiddle representing bluegrass. These instruments were placed over a background of musical notes, with the inscription, "Musical Heritage, Tennessee." Became known for its incredible contribution to American music through cities like Nashville and Memphis, which are home to legendary artists and music halls. Next came the Ohio quarter, which honored the state's long history in aviation and space exploration. The design featured an astronaut and the Wright Flyer to represent Ohio's famous sons, Orville and Wilbur Wright, who invented the first powered airplane. It also honored astronaut John Glenn, who was the first American to orbit the Earth and was from Ohio. The coin bore the inscription, "Birthplace of Aviation Pioneers," symbolizing Ohio's immense contribution to air and space travel. This design reminded the nation of the courage and creativity that marked Ohio's role in shaping modern transportation. The Louisiana quarter was the third release of 2002, and it represented a blend of culture, music, and history. The design showed a trumpet with musical notes flowing out of it, representing jazz, which was born in New Orleans. It also displayed the outline of the Louisiana Purchase territory, with a star marking the location of the state and the inscription, "Louisiana Purchase." This quarter celebrated the state's key role in American expansion, as well as its deep musical and cultural traditions that influenced the world. Louisiana's unique Creole and Cajun heritage also contributed to the beauty of its history, which the quarter helped preserve. The fourth quarter released that year was the Indiana quarter. This design celebrated both the state's automotive heritage and its role in space exploration. It featured a race car symbolizing the world-famous Indianapolis 500, a checkered flag, and an outline of the state showing a star marking Indianapolis, the capital city. The design also included a representation of 19 stars, marking Indiana as the 19th state to join the Union. This coin celebrated Indiana's love for racing and innovation, reflecting its spirit of competition and progress that defined the state's identity. The final quarter of 2002 was the Mississippi quarter, which honored the beauty and symbolism of the magnolia flower, the state flower of Mississippi. The design showed 2 large magnolia blossoms and the words, "The Magnolia State." This coin reflected the natural beauty and charm of the state, known for its hospitality, its deep roots in Southern culture, and its long history in agriculture and the arts. The simplicity and elegance of the design captured the essence of Mississippi's spirit. Each of these 5 quarters carried more than just beautiful art. They represented stories of struggle, achievement, innovation, and pride. They became miniature pieces of history circulating in the hands of millions of Americans. People began collecting these quarters not just as coins, but as symbols of the nation's diversity and unity. The 50 State Quarters program, which included the 2002 coins, became a nationwide phenomenon. It inspired millions of Americans, both young and old, to take interest in coin collecting for the first time in decades. The Mint reported that nearly half of the U.S. population became involved in collecting these quarters at some level, with schools using them as teaching tools and families hunting for new releases together. It was a rare moment when a coin program managed to capture the imagination of an entire country. From a numismatic perspective, the 2002 quarters were struck at the Philadelphia and Denver mints, with some proof versions made at the San Francisco Mint. The coins were composed of copper and nickel for circulation pieces, and a mix of silver and copper. For the proof versions, the Mint also produced collector sets, which became popular among enthusiasts. Many of these coins remain common today in circulation, but special proof or uncirculated versions can have higher value to collectors depending on their condition and mint mark. As part of the broader 50-state quarters program, these coins represented an important chapter in U.S. mint history. The program ran from 1999 to 2008, issuing 5 new state quarters each year in the order that the states joined the Union. It was authorized by the 50 States Commemorative Coin Program Act, signed by President Bill Clinton in December 1997. The program's goal was to honor the unique heritage of every U.S. state while engaging the public in the history and geography of the nation. The 2002 quarters were also symbols of American creativity and diversity, from Tennessee's music to Ohio's aviation, from Louisiana's jazz to Indiana's racing and Mississippi's magnolia. Every design told a unique story about the American dream and the people who made it real. Each coin was a reminder that even the smallest piece of metal could carry a nation's identity, its triumphs, and its culture. Over the years, these 2002 quarters have remained popular among collectors and history lovers. They are often featured in coin albums that chronicle the full 50-state quarters collection. Many coin experts consider the 2002 series to be one of the most visually balanced sets due to its mix of cultural, scientific, and natural themes. It was a year that truly showcased the diversity of the United States through its art on coins. As time goes on, the 2002 quarter-dollar coins will continue to hold a special place in American numismatic history. They remind us not only of the individual states they represent, but also of a time when the entire nation came together in appreciation of its history and heritage. Captured in the palm of a hand through the timeless medium of coinage, the story of these quarters is a celebration of art history, innovation, and the unifying spirit of America that continues to inspire generations of collectors and patriots alike. The history of the 2002 quarter-dollar coins goes beyond the designs and their symbolism. These coins were minted during a period when the United States Mint was experiencing one of its most successful public engagement campaigns ever. The 50-state quarters program, launched in 1999, had revitalized public interest in coin collecting, which had declined during the late 20th century. The 2002 series continued this legacy by offering designs that connected directly with America's cultural and technological achievements.